you hold. Over the moon I go, over the moon I go, just to have you close. So I come to you, got everything to lose, but it's out of my control. 'Cause you got my heart for life, you got my heart for life. Now it's magnetized to yours. Like it's meant to be pulling me, meant to be pulling me wherever you go. So don't ever leave, 'cause it would keep calling me. You've taken over me, I'm in control. 'Cause you got my heart for life, you got my heart for life. Now it's magnetized.
Yo, 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 yo. Happy Monday. Welcome back to our live stream here on Twitch. I'm your host, Phantom Freak, aka Moist Master Flex. Welcome back. Welcome. Hope you guys had a good weekend. I sure had a good weekend. It was Valentine's. Me and my girlfriend went to Hawaii. Played a show out there. Played a show in Honolulu. Saw one of my buddies I haven't seen in like 10 years. But yeah, it was a good time. Just got back home last night. Back in it. Yeah, so here is our recent tunes: Ascension on Thick Freakness, Gothic remixes on Bite This, Push from Dare 80. Get Set for Rihanna Rose on Garrett Shared. We got our remix compilation. We got What Is Love, free download. We got Steamy Mood. Or maybe it's just Steamy. There you go. From Broshi, that'll be out this Friday. And then I got a tune for myself, Eric Mark, and Siren on Garrett Shared this Friday as well. What else we got coming down the pipeline? I got another free download probably coming out in about 2 weeks. And then we have our spring compilation coming out on Thick Freakness on March the 6th. Lots of new tunes coming out soon. As far as our shows, we got our after hours this Saturday in downtown LA. Free entry. If you RSVP, yeah, it's gonna be Robey, Chard, Spencer Arnold, Dutch Dennis, and myself. From midnight to 5 a.m. And then lastly, we got our sponsor here, Eargasm Earplugs. If you guys need earplugs for shows, use the code Phantom10 at eargasm.com for 10% off. Yeah. Quick and easy there. All right. So yeah, for those of you guys who have been here before, you guys know the deal. I take these tracks first come, first serve on the Google form, which is where you submit. You must be present in the chat in order to get your song reviewed. If you're not here when I call your name, I will have to skip you, but we can come back to you later if you happen to make a reappearance. And if for any reason you guys need to skip the line, you guys are more than welcome to. You can either use your channel points or send money to the bottom left there. Venmo, Cash App, PayPal. The amount, oh man, amount is up to you. Yes, I got the working link from you now. Amount is up to you. Usually people just send like $5, but yeah, whatever floats your boat. All right, let's list out the queue for tonight. We got a live first. S-Dows, Crossfade, Smile, Stark, Stratos, Astro, Daddy JP, and RP Nutcase. All right, do we have a live in the chat? Alive in the chat. My presumption is no. I don't think he showed up today. Okay, I don't see him in the chat. Okay, so we're gonna skip Alive for now. Estos. Looks like you are here. Let's start with your tune then. All right. Drum and bass. All right, let's dive in.
I saw your eyes in the headlights. They've been running around my mind. I wanna know what it feels like. Feels like, feels like. I saw your eyes in the headlights. They've been running around my mind. I wanna know what it feels like. Feels like my mind. Feels like saw your eyes. I wanna know what it feels like. Praying for something for us. Little keeps fading away. Setting eyes on sun. Now it's time to break away. Praying for something for us. Little keeps fading away. Setting eyes on sun. Now it's time to break away.
Nice. Some drum and bass. Yeah, I really like the vocal on this. The vocal is fantastic here. I like the rhythm. I like the drum beat. Definitely needs some work though, for sure. Really nice vocals. I like the intro. Although the intro does feel a little bit empty to me, I think it needs to kind of be filled out. You do have some like interesting sort of melodic ideas to start with. You got like those horns in the background, and then some other kind of like little pad in there. But I think the main issue I'm having with this track is that there isn't really a strong melodic idea to kind of latch onto. Besides the vocal itself, the vocal is a very strong idea, but there isn't any like really strong accompaniment. No like chord progression, no melodic idea to kind of just like kind of sit on top of and kind of like roll with throughout the track. Um, we kind of get some semblance of that in the intro, but it's not really paid off in the drop. Like in the drop section, there's like some really cool sound design, but not really a strong melodic hook to kind of keep the listener engaged. There's a lot of like really kind of randomness is kind of what I'm getting at. Really nice tension in the build, really nice kick and low end. Again, I put here the sound design is cool, but there isn't a main melodic idea to really attach to besides the vocal. So I think the main thing here that I would suggest is I think you start off the intro with like this kind of like somewhat of a melodic idea. I think that kind of needs to be the through thread that goes through the entire track. So keeping that chord progression, keeping that melodic idea kind of rolling through. You can use various other sounds to kind of mimic that melodic idea, that chord progression. But you kind of want to keep just a consistent sort of through thread. So it's really easy to kind of follow along and sit along with the track. Again, I have no issue with like the sound selection, the sound design, and the vocal is fantastic. I also like a lot of the drums too. The main thing is just we need some more. We need to fill this out more and then get like a really strong melodic idea to kind of carry this track all the way through. But yeah, so far so good. As far as the whip goes, I think you're definitely on the right path for sure. Just needs to be kind of developed out a little bit further. Good job, Estaus. Hell yeah. All right, we got Young Crossfades up next. I see Crossfades in the chat. Nice one. Yeah, super solid groove. As always, really nice drums, really nice solid groove, nice sound design and sound selection. Yeah, Very nice filtering in the intro. Nice sound design. Really solid groove and drums. Nice tension in the build. I like a lot of the ear candy and the layers that's going on here. That really does a lot to kind of keep this interesting and keep the listener engaged. I put here, I was hoping that the main lead would evolve a bit more. The don't nope 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 nope. Because it feels very at some points it does get a little bit loopy. So what I would probably suggest is some automation, either with filtering, with some reverb, or even something as simple as just automating the release. So maybe like a shorter release in some sections and then a longer release in other sections, so it kind of rings out a little bit. And you can achieve some of the same effect with doing some reverb automation as well as some filter automation too. I do like that. I think in this midpoint that that main lead starts to do some pitching. Bum 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 bum. In the build, I thought that was I was actually kind of hoping and expecting that was going to happen, which is good because ended up paying off, which is really nice. But yeah, I think just to kind of break up a little bit of that monotony and loopiness, I would suggest some automation on the release, as well as, just filter automation and reverb automation, just to kind of break up a little bit of the repetitiveness. But that's about it. I mean, obviously this is a remix, so I mean you're probably using a lot of the elements from the original. But yeah, I think everything else sounds pretty great here, mix wise, master wise. Really nice low end, very solid groove. Lots of really cool ear candy and like stuff in the background. Yeah, I just need some more variation out of that main lead, I think, and I think this will be good to go. Hell yeah, good job, Gus. Hell yeah, brother. All right, Smile. No problem, man. Young Smile. Smile is here.
Know that I loved you so bad, I let you treat me like that. I was your willing accomplice, honey. And I watched as you fled the scene, go out as you buried me. One heart broke, four just so I can call you mine. Things you did, just so I can call you. Things you did, I hope I was your favorite. So I can cope, I love you. Just so I can cope, I love you. was your favorite? Just so I can call. Just so I can cope out with you. Just so I can cope out with you. Just so I can cope out with you. Just so I can call you. Just so I can call you. Just so I can cope out with 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 you.
Nice. What a fucking banger, man. Hey, that's me. Yeah, fantastic. Fantastic tune. Basses are so sliced and polished. FX sounds are on point. Yeah, this was fantastic. Really nice vocal. I like what you did with the vocal processing. Yeah, the vocal definitely makes this track. I mean, besides the obvious, you know, the sound design is fantastic too. But you know, to kind of just like really set the tone and the mood, I think the vocal really does a really good job. Very nice build up. Lots of energy there before we get into the drop section. Really like the drums here. Very crispy, very clean. You pulled off a fake out on that first drop. Normally that's something like I like to reserve for like a second drop, but it fucking works, so fuck it. It worked on the first drop, why not? The drop is fat. Love the low end and the sound design. That main kind of like respace is really sick. It has some really nice distortion to it, and it's not too like abrasive. It's not too abrasive on the ear. It's just just the right amount of distortion that you want. Nice. Very thick kick. Really clean mix down overall. I will say that, very clean mix down. Nothing felt too out of place or like it was like going to pop out too much. I like the little vocal, like the stutter vocal layer. That was very, very nice. It was a nice little addition to everything that was going on already. What else? Really solid arrangement overall. It was really easy to kind of follow through, listen through, kind of vibe out from start to finish. Really nice change up on the second drop. You added in some nice variations on the kind of melodic idea as well as the sound design. And really cool introduction of like pauses. Didn't feel like it was like stuttering or anything. It felt very smooth, very seamless. So yeah, overall fucking fantastic. I think this is good to go. No notes. You can legitimately release this tomorrow if you felt so inclined. Nice. Yeah, it sounds great. I think you did a fantastic job. Good job, Smile. Yeah, and the vocals are fantastic too. Nadine, fantastic vocals. All right. Let's keep moving forward here. Do we got Stark in the chat? Stark in the chat. Gas. Stark in the chat. Stark going once. Stark going twice. All right, no Stark in the chat. Do we got Stratos? Stratos in the chat. Stratos is here. Okay, I'm gonna go pee real quick and then we'll dive into Stratos' tune. All right. Let's do it. Stratos. Nice. Yeah, super solid groove here. I really like the low end, the kick, the drums. Um, Lots of really nice percussion going on here, for sure. Um, yeah, and overall, just very solid arrangement. Nice kick, cool sound design. Lots of like really percussive elements. This track is just mostly groove and percussion, um, which is pretty cool. The low end groove is cool, but it does feel a bit muddy. Um, it feels like we're getting a lot of lower mids, but not enough sub out of that low end, out of that sub, out of your bass line. Um, so yeah, just something to be mindful of. I would have probably, because it sounds like your sidechain is definitely doing its job. So the actual sub region doesn't sound muddy, but the lower mids sound muddy. So what I think is going on here is on top of the bass line kind of having a little bit too much low mids. We're also getting a lot of reverb here, and oh, okay. Let me know when it's done. No, when. Oh my god, dude, I can't fucking type today. It's done. Okay, as I was saying, the bass line. I do like the actual groove of it, but we're getting a little bit too much low mids, and it does get a little bit muddy in that lower mid range. But I think what's also contributing to that is that you have a lot of reverbs going on a lot of elements. So it's starting to just like everything's starting to congregate around that lower mid range. And I think the easiest fix for that reverb um, thing is to basically have your reverb go to a return track as opposed to putting reverbs directly on the channel, unless you're already doing that. But if you're already doing that and setting up to a return, then what I would add on top of that is also sidechaining that reverb. If you could sidechain that reverb, that'll help clean up a lot of things. So that there's not a lot of, that reverb's not gonna build on itself. It's not gonna have like this basically like this feedback loop and cause a lot of muddiness. I'm not opposed to the reverb at all. I think it adds some like nice depth and texture, but I think it does definitely needs to be cleaned up so that it's not kind of dragging on too long and creating a lot of mess in the mix. Let's see what else I have here. The vocal is cool. I like the vocal. I do wish that the vocal was being used more in the drop sections because it sounds like it just pops up in the build up and breakdowns and then it kind of just like disappears throughout the entire drop. So like having it kind of sprinkled out here and there in the drop section I think would be a nice way to kind of call back and remind the listener of the hook. I do like the arrangement, although another thing I would mention, you have like this kind of really cool kind of boopy sound. I feel like that should be more prominent throughout the track, because you have a lot of like really cool ear candy stuff going on, but this one lead in particular is kind of hooky. It's kind of memorable, and it keeps, when I heard it, I was expecting it to kind of carry through the rest of the drop, but it only popped up like right here, and then it kind of just fizzles out through the rest of the drop. A little boop, boop, boop. Oh, I guess it does show up in the drop, but it feels like it's kind of just like hidden in the mix. So it needs to kind of be a little bit more prominent in the mix down. And again, I think that's going to kind of be cleaned up with a lot of the reverb stuff I'm talking about, because, it's a little hard to hear some of the detail stuff when there's so much reverb going on. So yeah, I think primarily there's just like mixing stuff that needs to happen here to clean up the reverb, and then also kind of I would also sprinkle in that vocal a little bit more in the drop sections, so we kind of get more of that hook in there. But yeah, really solid groove, really dope groove, really dope sound selection. Really dig the drums. Good job, Stratos. Hell yeah. All right. Do we have Astro in the chat? There he is. You missed the last couple weeks, man. No problem, man. Yeah, Astro, you've been submitting tunes, but you just, you haven't been here. But you made it. All right. Let's listen to this Rack City remix.
Rack City bitch. 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 10, 20 in the bitch. Rack City bitch. Rack City bitch. I'm a nigga, VIP, no guest list. TT Rock, you don't know who you fucking with. Rack City bitch. Rack City bitch. 10, 20 in the bitch. Rack City bitch. Rack City bitch. Are you ready? Come on, motherfucking star. Sorry, fuck up! Rack City bitch. Rack City bitch. I'm a VIP, no guest list. TT Rock, you don't know who you fucking with. Rack City bitch, Rack City bitch. 10, 20 in the bitch. Come on, motherfucking star. Look at the paint on the card.
Nice, dude. What a fucking banger. Obviously, this is just a whip. We're just getting like the kind of intro build up drop section, but it sounds fantastic so far. Obviously, a really nice rendition of this, classic kind of, hip hop club tune. The mix is really good. It's very clean. I love the sound design. Lots of energy here. Really solid kick and snare. You do a good job of kind of bringing that vocal back in and letting it play like the starring role. Besides the really kind of really cool sound design, and the lead here is just fantastic. Yeah, so far it's sounding great. I would just say to keep developing it out further. So we get like another kind of breakdown, build up and drop. I would almost be inclined to kind of play around with some drum and bass as well. I like this kind of halftime idea to start with, but I think it would be really cool to kind of get into like a little drum and bass section, even if it's just like an 8-bar section. That would be cool. I mean, you could do a whole drum and bass drop if you wanted to, but I think that would be a very, very cool idea to kind of pursue. But yeah, so far this is sounding fantastic. I wouldn't change a thing. I would just say, you know, continue developing it out further. Give us another breakdown, build up, and another drop. Yeah. Good job, Astro. Fantastic tune here. All right. Do we got Daddy JP and RP Nutcase after that? Yow. No problem, man. Nice one. I agree. I do love the groove on this one. Yeah, really cool sound design. Wow, wow. Really wompy bass here. And yeah, lots of really cool accompanying Air Candy and other like kind of soft synths going on here too. Very nice drums, really cool main bass. Love the groove here, love the low end. Really nice sound design. I love the instrumentation. I put here, I'm not particularly crazy about this vocal. It feels very generic, and to a point, it does get a little bit loopy and repetitive. So yeah, I might try to find some other vocal, something soulful that'll kind of lend itself to this kind of vibe. I do like the drop though. Again, very solid groove, really nice instrumentation, and really cool like ear candy stuff going on as well. I like the second breakdown. Actually, the second breakdown was my favorite part. You add in like this other set of instruments that kind of add this nice like bed. It's like foundation, musical foundation. Yeah, that's very nice. It reminds me of like the 80s a little bit. Almost like Madonna Holiday. Kind of that like that era of music. Really nice. It's kind of a shame that it comes in so late in the game. I think it is nice that you have it there in the second break though. I probably would have built more around that kind of melodic idea. If you can try incorporating that little melodic idea elsewhere, if you can, I don't know if you can incorporate that into the drop. It might be too much to do that. But it's nice. I really enjoyed that little section right there, that breakdown. Anywho, really solid arrangement here. Really nice melodic ideas. The second drop does get a little bit loopy and repetitive. So I might try to add in some variation, some additional ideas. You could always do, strings and stuff. You kind of have a lot of melodic content to play around with. Yeah, it's actually on the second 8 bars of the first drop. Try to tease it a little bit before the breakdown. Nice, yeah. I think that's a really good call. But yeah, I think you can kind of lean into more of that sort of 80s sort of sound. You could play around with some guitars, maybe some strings, some little disco string things. Even some like little tom fills would be kind of cool too. But yeah, I think especially for the second drop, it needs something else, some additional layers, just to add in some nice variation, because it does start to get a little bit loopy over there, for sure. Yeah, but very solid groove. I do love the groove here, and the sound design. Good job, Daddy JP. Hell yeah. Meow, 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 meow. Meow, 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 meow. All right. Do we have RP Nutcase? Boop, 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 boop. Yeah, no problem. RP Nutcase is here. All right. I think this is going to be the last one, actually. I don't think Alive and Stark are here, so we will do RP Nutcase, and then I think we'll call it quits.
Nowhere
Nice, dude. What a way to end the stream on this note. Very nice ambiance here in the intro. You have like these kind of like nice, like really airy pads. Got like a little bit of a vinyl crackle going on there. And then you bring in the vocal. The vocal's very nice. Has like this nice quality to it. Very nice processing on it. Really digging the drums here. Really dope bass line. You kind of lay out this really nice swing and groove with the bass line and the drums going into that intro. Really nice reverb on that snare. Had a nice little tail on it. Had some nice depth and space. Really nice tension in the build. I think it did a good job of playing around with the energy going into that first drop. And the drop is fat. I love the drop. The sound design is fantastic. Very nice snare. Very solid swing. Very nice transitions going in from that first drop into this kind of second breakdown into another build up, back into the second drop. And then the second drop gets even wilder and crazier. Really nice change up on the sound design, adding a lot of more energy there. My only piece of feedback is that I wish the drops were a little bit longer, because they were so sick, they were so dope. I just wanted more. It would have been cool to kind of sit with the drop at least for another, 8 bars each, first and second drop. But yeah, that's really my only piece of feedback. I think this sounds fucking fantastic. Mixed down, master wise, it sounds very loud, which is a good thing. Sound design is fantastic. Processing is very good. Mixed down is very clean. Vocal sounds fantastic. Yeah, overall, very good job, Nutcase. I just was hoping to get a little bit more out of the drop, if you could possibly. But if not, I think it's still a fantastic track regardless. Yeah. All right. Good job, Nutcase. Thanks to everybody who joined the stream tonight and submitted tunes. Pretty quick one tonight. I will be back. That's the best feedback you can ask for. Yeah. Want the listener wanting more for sure. Thanks to everybody who submitted tunes tonight. I will be back again next Monday, back on our regular schedule. Next Monday, 7 p.m. Pacific time here on Twitch. Hope you guys enjoy the rest of your Monday night, and I hope you guys enjoy the rest of your week.